Good news, you still have time to take today's Delmarva Life Daily Deal. Today's deal, 50% off 2 weeks of the after-school program, Kickers Taekwondo Center in Salisbury.
Kickers after-school program serves all of Wycomico County schools. They'll pick up your kids and bring them back to their center in Salisbury.
All you have to do to get the deal is go to delmarvalife.com. You'll find the daily deal right there on the right side of our homepage. Well, all parents, we look for ways to educate our children every day, and we've got one of the best resources for learning right here on Delmarva.
Yeah, I know, and I've been there many times with my kids. The Salisbury Zoo, as some of you may know, holds educational hands-on workshops for you and your children. So
Delmarva Life, Brian Spiros, the one and only, is there with us today with a bunch of feathered and scaly friends there, Brian.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, my heart is pounding right now. There's a snake right near me, but we're going to get to that in a second. We're also going to get to the workshop that's going on this weekend. First, I want to introduce you to Joel Hamilton, who is the zoo director. And tell me, you have an owl here. Tell me a little bit about her.
This is a barred owl. You can see the barring on her chest. That's where the name comes from, and down on the lower chest there. Beautiful, beautiful animal that you can find in the Delmarva Peninsula. And
now this animal, though, you didn't find her here. She was hit by a car.
That is correct. All of our birds of prey, owls, hawks, all of that, come from rehabilitators, and the animal gets injured in the wild. If they cannot be released back into the wild again, they bring them to a facility like ours, because they couldn't fend for themselves in the wild again. And so she actually has, her left wing has been amputated.
It's gone, and she's actually very popular here at the zoo.
Oh, she's the owl that we use most for a lot of our educational programs. She's a great animal.
Good, okay, now we're going to move on to the animal that I'm very hesitant about right now. This is Laura Nagel. You are education technician here, and you are holding a snake. Joel, tell me a little bit about this.
This animal is a ball python, one of the smaller pythons, but nonetheless a constricting snake, eats a lot of rodents and things like that, and subdues its prey by wrapping around it, much like what it's doing to Laura's arm now.
Yes, great, wonderful.
Isn't it a beautiful animal?
And this is a threatened species.
Yes, it is. Like a lot of the pythons and boas, over-collecting, habitat destruction has caused reduction of their numbers in the wild and has becomes a threatened species.
And I know that this is one of the problems we're having right now down in southern Florida, is that there's so many of them.
Oh yeah, people, a lot of these animals get very, very large once they grow up. Some of the boa constrictors, for instance, from Central America can get 12 feet long. Bigger pythons, not the ball python, but like a reticulated python, they can get well over 20 feet long. When these animals get big, people don't know what to do with them. In Florida, it's a real problem because they're releasing them out into the Everglades, causing a lot of ecological problems.
Which they shouldn't be doing. And as we were talking before we started here, I am petrified of snakes, but I'm going to try to overcome my fear right now. I'm going to touch one. I'm like, my heart is pounding. I'm having chest pains right now. Okay, not bad, not bad, but that was enough for me. That snake is not bad. Obviously, if it was a 20-foot one, I would be out of here.
Well, it wouldn't feel any different.
Right, I know.
It still feels the same, a lot like a basketball.
But I don't want to be around a snake that could wrap its entire body around me. That one's okay. All right, thank you, Laura. Now we're going to go over here to another threatened species, actually, one people are going to recognize the name.
Yes, this is a diamondback terrapin. This is actually the Maryland state reptile, which is an interesting little turtle that's found in brackish water where the salt and the fresh water mix. Unfortunately, though, a lot of people end up collecting these. They find a little baby on the beach or something and think it's cute and bring it home. That's how we've gotten this animal with somebody. It grew up again. People aren't thinking about the animal, what it's going to be as it gets larger, how they're going to be able to handle it, can they actually properly take care of it. And actually over-collecting is a problem for a lot of these species, particularly reptiles, and in helping them become threatened or endangered. So that's something that people need to be aware of and not do.
So case in point, leave them in the wild where they belong. Now, this Saturday, there's going to be a family workshop here at the Salisbury Zoo that's basically going to discuss threatened and endangered animals. It's geared towards children 10 and under, and it costs $6. Again, it's going to be this Saturday, January 21st from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And as I said during the workshop, children will learn about endangered animals, animals and what can be done to protect wildlife. Now, you have to register by Friday for this workshop. So for more information, of course, you can head to our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the show tab. We'll have all the information there for you. I want to thank Joel and Laura. I feel like I'm overcoming my fear a little bit. Maybe I'll come back one day and I'll actually hold the snake. Jimmy and Lisa will send it back to you, and no, I am not bringing the snake back with me, so don't even ask.
Well, management said you can't come in the door unless we see you holding that snake.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm not coming back to the studio.
Oh, wow, we tried.
Guess that was pretty conclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, we're headed to the kitchen.
Chef Patrick Fanning from the High Spot in Cambridge joins us, so stick around, see what's cooking.